Hello, you guys. I always want to start these off like if people were already watching, right? Okay. Happy Saturday. Okay. Okay. What is that? Am I tripping? Am I? Okay, let's see what I have for vlogs. Hello, you guys. How are you? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, you guys. I have my morning little drink. Today I am having a matcha latte. Good morning, you guys. I'm here. I'm from Canada. Where are you guys from? And let me know the time. I know some of us are not a huge fan of Starbucks, but I had a gift card. So I decided to get me a matcha latte. Comment below if you've ever tried a matcha latte before. This is a matcha. I was going to get an iced matcha latte, but it was just a little bit chilly and I had just finished coming back from my walk and I just needed something like cozy and something warm, so I decided to go for a hot version of what I would normally get. So yeah. Hold on, I want to put this is another part of like my living room. I haven't showed you guys this. Hold on, let me fix myself. This is like another part. So I came back from my morning walk, and then I'm about to begin my actual morning routine. Very soon I'm going to do a little bit of journaling. And then a little bit of cleaning, and I want to do a reading series on here. Maybe I could just read and go live, but I have a few books that I want to just finally finish but we're gonna start reading them all the way from the beginning. So I'm gonna show you guys what I possibly might read. Okay, so let's have a look, right? This book by Sister Soldier, I read The Coldest Winter Ever years and years ago, okay? The Coldest Winter Ever was just, how I like to think about it, it was very raw. It's like a black book, and it was just, her parents were just living a life and she had to like figure it out on her own. And she mentioned a man named Midnight in that book. And I got curious about Midnight. And then I got this one specifically about Midnight. So Midnight, from what I can remember, he was Muslim and he came to America. He came to America we don't have time for this morning shenanigans. Okay, anyways, Midnight came to America when he was really young. Like in like New York City, he had to like fight. They were like picking on him. And then he talked about how his mother was beautiful. This is Midnight's mother. And then this was his wife. This was his wife that he fell in love with. She didn't know how to speak English. Like they fell in love. I guess love is like a universal language because she didn't know any English, but they somehow communicated through love. So anyways, her parents found out that she was into this black guy and they shipped her back from, you know, where she was from. So he left the States and he went to go and find her. He went to go find her. What was her name again? Kamiki. He went to go find her and then he married her and then they ended up like having a baby. And then this is what their daughter looks like, right? So, but Winter, what was so crazy is Midnight. And they called him Midnight because of his skin tone. Like he was just, let's just call it what it is. Hello, you guys. Thank you for those of you who are just coming in. I'm talking about books because I'm thinking about doing like a book series here, just reading all day. So right now I'm just recapping Midnight for you guys by Sister Soldier. So anyways, Midnight ended up having 2 wives. He ended up marrying this girl, this woman from, I guess you would call it the hood, right? Based on how they described it in the book. Her name was Bangs, and how he described her was like, I don't know like how to say it without like probably being banned. But this is what this book is about. This man ended up having 2 wives and a daughter. So this is Sister Soldier. I also have another book by her. Her books are really good. A Deeper Love. This was about, so if you read Coldest Winter Ever, you would understand like the series behind these books. So all of these books end up like connecting and overlapping and will probably mention, you know, some characters. So you have to like get the series to like know. Anyways, aside from that, what else do I like? Okay, this one. I want to give you guys my review on this book. Okay, so this book, Little Pretty Things, honestly, this book was boring. Save your money, save your time. I'm telling you, it is so slow. There is really no plot. There's no like climax. There's nothing that will get you amped up about this book. It is so slow to the point where it was boring and I just put it down and I couldn't read it. So basically, this girl works at a hotel and the popular girl came into town and stayed at the motel. The popular girl came into town and stayed at the motel. The next morning, the popular girl ended up murdered. Okay? The popular girl ended up murdered. And she also had a rock on her finger, like just engaged, just announced it. So who knows? So everyone is trying to figure out like who murdered the popular girl. So eventually they were saying it could be the hotel staff because they went to the same high school. There could be like some sort of like jealousy. At some point, this book pointed everyone to be the murderer. Okay, until I couldn't stand it anymore and I was like, I don't really care who the murderer is. It is boring. Okay, it was giving Pretty Little Things, but worse. A knockoff version, but just like bad. I think this book is like poorly written too. That's my opinion on that. This book is a great book if you are planning to level up your life. If you are on a mental health journey, a wellness journey, or you want to change your perspective on life in general, I feel like you have to read this book. And this is truly the number one rule in life. You cannot give up, right? Because sometimes in life you're just overthinking everything, and when you care about what other people has to say, you will never get anywhere. Do not let the opinion of outside people get in your head. So I would recommend anyone to read this book if you just want to change your perspective on life. So shit. Nice top, thank you. Hello, hello, come in. Next book is Why Men... I'll just let you read it. I have a feeling that I'm going to get into this book this weekend. And also, I do have books on my iPad. There's this weird back and forth thing between an iPad and a Kindle, and I just feel like the iPad is more versatile than the Kindle. You could still download books. You could still do so much more on an iPad versus the Kindle, but I've never had a Kindle before. But hello, hello, how are you? Yes, and we are on the same time zone. So I'm just going over books right now that I might read. I want to just like rot and read. I'm doing good. How are you? How has your week been? I started to read this book years and years ago. Well, I shouldn't say years ago, maybe like 2 years ago. And it was describing a woman like very vividly, like the way how it was like describing a woman. I think this is about a woman falling in love with another female, which is fine, but I stopped reading it. Most of these books, like, I picked up, read, and just stopped. When life gives you Lululemon. So I feel like this weekend I might start this book or this book. Which one of these books should I get into this weekend? And the goal is to finish it in the next 2 weeks. What do we think? Some of us, I feel like I just have way too much going on in life. I can never finish one book in a few days. Jennifer Weiner is also a good author. She writes some really great books too. I like her books. Okay, you guys, let me know, how has your week been? Here it is Saturday. What day is it for you guys? And that is my mini book collection. So for 2025, I also have some new stuff. So for 2025, these are kind of like non-negotiable things. As you guys are fully aware, my channel is about mental health and wellness and about a slow living and regulating your nervous system. So for me, I grabbed a 2026 planner and I just, like, I can't wait to write in it. Every year I buy a planner. It's just a 2020, it's just a really simple planner, but something that can go in my work bag and just help me keep track of my personal life. So I have a planner, and then of course, journal. When I left my other job, some of the employees, they were asking, okay, what can we give you? Like, can I give you something? What would you like? And I just simply said to them, okay, I love journaling, so pens and notebooks, that's fine with me. And I get to write whatever I want. So this was actually gifted to me. If you guys watch my YouTube videos, you would know that I left my regular 9-to-5 job. I was working in an office, and here we are. So these ready to go. And I also have another small agenda planner and just a notebook to write down random stuff. Random, literally random. So that's that. But I feel like because I've been hearing a lot about this book, I want to read this one. So we'll probably start this one today again, and we'll see how far we get. This is the one. This is the one. Let me know, what is your favorite book? Should we start a book club? What is your favorite book? And should we start a book club? What is it? So this morning I walked for 1 hour. 1 hour. And I think I'm going to do an at-home workout after I get off live. And then I'm gonna get my day started officially. It is like 10 a.m. I also think I want to order a few pieces off Amazon to do at-home Pilates in the wintertime, because I seen the materials that they use at the Pilates studio and I'm like, I'm sure you can get this off Amazon. Thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you. So now that, if you didn't know, I'm going to say it. I lost 50 pounds. I lost 50 pounds, you guys. So, and I'm trying to like maintain this current weight that I'm at. So I will forever be on a fitness journey, like forever and ever and ever. So that's why I talk about it like ever so often. So yeah. But I want to become a Pilates girl. Like I want to wake up on a Saturday morning, go to a Pilates class. And also I heard that there is a Pilates studio coming very close to Starbucks. So I know for a simple fact that after Pilates, the girls are going to get Starbucks. It's going to be like this whole routine thing. However, my body, when I did Pilates last week, my arms were shaking, my legs were shaking, and that was when I realized like I need to like do a little bit more strength training because I could not keep up. I cannot keep up. Sorry, I'm just looking up Pilates videos, like workout videos. Let's see what they have. Okay. Well, for those of you who have watched the live all the way through, thank you. Somebody put, what the fuck is this? This is exactly what it looks like. It's someone talking. That's what it is. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for such a short time. I am going to get the rest of my Saturday morning started and I will check back in with you guys later. Thank you guys so much. And make sure you are subscribed to my actual YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.